what this once proud and profitable company sorely needs. What was once a captivating, trend-setting program has now deteriorated into a cliched, let's be honest, boring snooze fest that is in dire need of a knight in shining armor. Television ratings, downward spiral. Pay-per-view buy rates, plummeting. Mainstream acceptance, non-existent. And reactions of the live crowds, complete and utter silence. You're silent because you're embarrassed to be here. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for you. And the reason why you're embarrassed is because of the steady stream of uninteresting, untalented, mediocre sports entertainers who you're forced to cheer for and care for. No wonder you're not cheering. You can care less about every single idiot in that dressing room.
Now, here's Joe Cronin.
It's wet. Congratulations, you've made me wet, YouTube. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Outta Nowhere, episode 222. We didn't do the real intro because I'm having a problem. My computer's crashing and everything's broken, and you know, it would be. It's 2020, you know, now it's 2021, which just means it's going to get worse, right? And it seems like it is getting worse in 2021. So far, my 2021 has been a horrible start. So I'm assuming that we thought things are going to get better because a number changed. It's looking like things are going to get worse. So here we go, guys. You'll never forget 2020. That's when it started, and you may never live through 2021. So here we go. We're going to find out if we can or not. But it's not looking very good. We could start a whole bunch of places here tonight, but let's start with Jake DeMarco's private parts. No, I'm just kidding. Now Jesse's here too, so
that's right. Special guest tonight. I requested his presence on air.
This is the Triple J podcast.
Yeah. I demanded it. I said our powers must combine. J3 unite.
J3
Triple
podcast.
J.
It's like 3 count from WCW, just sexier.
Oh, it sounds like a Triple J. Sounds like when you get together with like 2 other buddies and you all jerk each other off. You want to do a Triple J, man?
Well, the Triple J is Jack, Jerk, and Joy.
Jerk me off and Joy.
Someone's always got to be the tripod, the third wheel, the third leg, whatever. Someone's got to be the cum collector. So,
oh my god,
2 are getting jerked. Someone's getting covered.
Oh man, I would love to go all over you.
Jesse, you want to draw straws or rock paper scissors?
Oh, I'm the guest. I have to get covered. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, dude, I will.
Attaboy.
You guys are the waterfall. I'm the naked chick, just like this underneath it.
Prepare for your blessing.
Oh my god, we got to welcome Shell. She's back as a member in the chat, baby. Shell is back as a member. Shell, thanks for becoming a member again of the JCS Army on YouTube.
Well, speaking of sharing bodily fluids, Shell. Joe, we'll go right into it because Jericho's kind of being blamed for the COVID outbreak in AEW. We've heard of several cases this week being confirmed. Jericho said that he was able to appear in all of the Dynamite episodes in September while he was positive for COVID-19. He had no symptoms, but he was still positive. So he was essentially sharing it to other people. Nick Jackson had it really bad, as we said. Nick had it real bad. And that's also when Lance Archer was out with, the worry of COVID at that point in time. But apparently there were a few others that got sick within AEW. And this all came after the timeline of the Sturgis motorcycle rally. And that being a super spreader event. 7 people showed up to Sturgis, and the last the CDC through their contact tracing had confirmed it was over 240,000 positive cases left Sturgis.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised.
That's insane. That's massive.
I am surprised that Jericho did that stuff.
I couldn't believe that Fozzy went ahead and played Sturgis. I know Trapped and Smash Mouth are desperate for fans and attention, but I didn't think Jericho was of that mindset.
Well, see, that's what gets me is like, I don't mind people going and doing things and doing these things. I'm just surprised that in AEW they just were like, okay, but it's almost like they had no choice, or they didn't care, or they understood the risk.
I don't see how they allowed it, because apparently that's what led to apparently Nick Jackson being so sick, and he didn't even know if he was going to be able to compete at the last pay-per-view when they had their amazing match against FTR.
He didn't sound too happy in the interview too. He sounded pretty pissed.
A lot of people were pretty ticked off.
Yeah.
And there's been frustration on both sides, because apparently people were mingling between AEW and WWE, specifically the NXT brand.
Right.
And now more people are sick, and so both sides are pointing fingers.
So much for
basically.
the bubble, I guess. Here, fuck the bubble. Let's all fuck with each other.
And I don't want to say it's Brodie Lee's passing specifically, but a lot of people have met because of that. So noble intentions or not, people are still getting sick because they're cross-contaminating one another.
He's the fucking Kobe to this. Great.
Yeah. Yeah, he's...
Anytime some shit pops off for the next decade, it's going to be like, oh shit, Kobe's coming.
Yeah, dude, we're all going to remember Kobe going down and then whatever, and then everything just spiraling to hell forever. Got a donation coming in. Ooh, you shook me up so good. Coming in from JCS Creative.
Saved the world that morning.
Everyone has been invited at $2.99. Yes, JCS Creative. Well, anybody who's banned. $2.99 is all about the banned people. The people that are banned. So, yes, JCS Creative. It's up to you, boss. Bring the former talents, baby. Yeah, Drama Phil. Thank you, JCS Creative, for the $3, man. It's up to you, brother. Hell yeah, dude. I'm not sure, if JB will come. He's kind of off the grid right now, as you say. But certainly like to see him. I hit up Troy. They're not banned people, but I hit them up for $300, not for $2.99. To be honest, please take COVID seriously. I don't know why this isn't playing this, but it says, "Hey Joe, you aware how bad coronavirus are right now? It is 385,000 deaths and 4,000 deaths every day. Also, we're seeing over, 200,000 new cases every day. I know dumb people like Drew downplay these numbers, but this is very serious. Yeah, I take it pretty seriously myself, but you're kind of freaking me out, though. Kind of scaring me a little bit there. So let's not freak me out even more. I think I told you, I think everybody's going to get it, and 2% are going to die, and that's it. It seems like. I don't know why these donations aren't playing the words, but maybe because they're under $5. F the Republicans. Jesus. Hey, Joe, heard about the far-right lunatic Congresswoman Taylor said publicly she's planning to file articles of impeachment against Biden the first day of office. What do you want? Why is he... This is a wrestling show. You should have brought this to shame on news. Yeah, well, welcome to what they did to Trump for 4 years. So this is all just going to keep spiraling and spiraling. Actually, it's funny you bring this up. F Republicans, it's funny you bring this up because me, Jesse, and Jake literally just did a 20-minute podcast where we talked about exactly this and how every president since George Bush was elected, juniors, in 2001, we talked about how each one has gotten more criticized as it goes on, and it's crazy. We broke it all down over there. Nobody wants to talk about that here, I don't think. So if you want to talk about that, we're going to talk about it on the post show of Out of Nowhere, maybe on D Live. We're going to mess around and stuff. So come on over there, and then check us out on Patreon, because we talked about it already. It's going up on Patreon later. But, right now, all the other people probably don't want to hear about. Who cares about that, But we'll talk about it, just not here. But I got you. I smell your cookie. We literally discussed that exact thing, strangely. But in a separate thing. What else we got here? It's Randy Viper. What up, Randy Viper? Wow. I'm donating Leah, Jesse Master. How are you doing? Big Sexy Jake DeMarco. Internet God Joe Cronin. How you doing? I was deadlifting, and now my groin area burns. Fearing a hernia, someone to suck me off to cure it. Randy Viper, man, you better ice that. Yeah, ice the hell out of that. That's probably swelling. I mean, if it's a hernia, you're gonna know it's a hernia. I would think. That sounds like just really that sounds like bad swelling. But it could be. You could do a hernia, and it could get worse later. I don't know. Someone in the chat might know better weightlifting than me. I haven't weightlifted since 2005. So I'd ask somebody else who knows about that. I never did that. But I mean,
I miss it.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. I would say that it's more like that that his muscle is, that he pulled it or that he, whatever. It's just swelling or whatever. Oh.
Hopefully that's the case. It's not something serious.
But this Ricochet thing, man, he shut this thing down right away on Twitter. People were running with the story, and now he's
initially,
like, no.
Ringside News were the ones to initially report this, I believe. But all they said was that his contract is ticking down. So what they tweeted out was, where should Ricochet go after leaving WWE? They said, where should Ricochet go next? That's all they said in their tweet. And then he had the hands pointing down saying this is fake in his retweet. So they admitted to it, and I went directly to them for that article, and they said it seems that Ricochet isn't leaving WWE so soon after all. The dates lined up that Ricochet's contract might be up in a couple days, but that might not be the case. He said that this is fake, but it's all over the place. Alvarez was saying that he heard Ricochet did not sign a new deal, but apparently he was really talking about Matt Riddle, not Ricochet. And everything we've heard is that Ricochet hasn't signed a new contract. That's what I've most recently read. I don't know if you've heard anything different, but all he says is that it's fake, that that him leaving or not re-signing is fake news. But I haven't heard anything about him signing a new contract.
I'm hearing he's going to sign another he's going to sign a 2-year deal.
See, I thought they were only offering 3 years at this point.
No.
Wow.
I'm also hearing that wait a minute, I'm hearing something else. Now I'm hearing he's actually signing the deal with Ring of Honor. Did you know about... No, I'm kidding. Come on. The whole thing's a joke. No, I would think that he would go to AEW.
If he was going anywhere else, I imagine AEW would scoop him up because he has potential to be a real talent. He was great in NXT. We've said this before. Last year, he had a chance to go up against Lesnar, and it was believable, all because of a nut kick in the Rumble. They just squashed him so quick, and then did nothing with him. And he was so over as a talent, and they did nothing with him for the longest time. And they keep feeding him to the most ridiculous, streamlined set of opponents.
Well, and the playbook now is going to be what they did to everybody else, which is, oh my God, no, please don't leave. We got something for you. It says, and they just like wicked together, like just to keep him. So I do think that he's going to go to AEW. Maybe Ring of Honor, but I think AEW is going to, I think he's just going to say, no, I'm not going to do 3 years. I'm not going to do 3 years, $400,000 for WWE. I'd rather he's going to do like 2 years for AEW for like, you know what I mean? But I mean, for what? I don't know. What, $90,000? Is he really going to say that? If he goes to AEW, he's going to take a giant pay cut. But that's what the fucking FTR did. They did it. Like I said it. I go, they're not going to do that. WWE is going to offer them each $250,000 or each of them $300,000. And they
got offered a lot of money and then turned it down.
They turned it down, dude. They're making $120,000 or something like that, or less, or whatever.
And see, there's so many people here that I don't understand. Like, I don't see anything on Ricochet. He's the one that I know he signed in 2018, so it has to end this year at some point. Zelina Vega, her non-compete ends February 11th of this year. Ronda Rousey's contract ends April 10th of this year. Big Show is spring of this year. Matt Riddle is still August of this year. Daniel Bryan is September of this year. Sami Zayn is September. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, December of this year. Shelton Benjamin, December of this year. Who else do we have? Dana Brooks there till 2024. Miz to 2025. Booker T to 2029. Undertaker to 2034. I don't see anybody else for this year right off the bat. But I don't see anything on Ricochet. So that's the one odd part. But we know he got signed in 2018 when he was doing, not signed, he re-signed with the, from the NXT deal to a main roster contract.
Damn.
So that's ending sometime soon. I haven't heard anything specifically about him definitely re-signing. So leave it at that for now. If I hear otherwise, I will gladly let people know. But
well, I guess that, what is Ricochet making in the WWE this last 3 years, you think?
I think it's around 500,000.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, someone said it was upper 400 to 500,000.
What the hell?
Because of a deal they had with him in NXT, he was promised more. Same thing with Aleister Black.
Oh my God, dude! So
that's what I'm saying. So, and they're going to eventually. They have apparently offered him more money.
Yeah,
allegedly. We say allegedly, but WWE is offering everybody more money. Obviously, maybe it's not as much as they had hoped. Because one of the stories that I wanted to talk about too was that all of the Retribution members, minus Mustafa Ali, obviously, because he already had his own contract. They each were signed to a 3-year, $250,000 deal.
Whoa. Okay.
So every single person in the stable, minus Ali, is now there for 3 years at $250,000.
Wow. So that's a lot of money. I mean, the money is. I mean, dude. And Jesse may not know this, but AEW has made the WWE's pay grade go way up. Like, because they don't want to lose people to AEW. Yeah. So like their shit's way up there. So Ricochet, that means Ricochet himself as a person is a millionaire. He's got so he should have about, when his contract expires, Ricochet will have made $1.5 million with the WWE. So take away what he, spent and whatever else. Ricochet probably has about $900,000. I mean, right? Maybe. I mean, I have no idea, but I mean, I'm guessing. Take away taxes, take away expenses over the last 3 years. Like, let's assume Ricochet spent $500,000 in taxes and buying things over the last 3 years. He's got $900,000 in the bank. Now he can stay in WWE for another 3 years and become a guy who's has $3 million, or he can go to AEW and become a guy who has $1.5 million. What are you going to choose? Are you going to make an extra $1.5 million with the WWE over 3 years, or would you go to AEW
for half that?
For not even for literally they can't pay anybody more than $120,000.
Yeah, well, that's true.
On their budget.
Some people, but most no,
unless they want to get like a massive star.
Right? I mean, most people are going to do what they can, especially with the current situation, to make money as much as they can. Even if they plan to leave after that, they just want to. But if you're just already really unhappy, I mean, you're probably going to look at it like, I'll fucking kill myself regardless of the money I make if I stay here. I'll just go there and be happy and make.
Yeah, some people, because how much money is enough money? When you have $250,000 in a year, and when you have $400,000, did that $150,000 make it worth being miserable the whole year? So, I mean, that's something to consider.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God.
How much money is enough money? And when you think about people saying like, oh, that's such a low amount, they're getting $250,000. They're getting bonuses in the signing because they get extra in the deal as well. I know they get something for downside guarantees, appearance fees,
they get t-shirts,
something else. But yeah, usually they get something with merchandising too, but they do have some percentage there. I don't know all the specifics, but
I think it's 5% for t-shirts.
Yeah. And so they're getting decent main roster contracts. People are saying, "Oh, it's $250,000." Well, that's guaranteed $750,000. That's $750,000. That's nothing to sneeze at,
dude. If Ricochet sells 10,000 t-shirts in AEW, it's like he makes $700 or something like that.
Probably, yeah, because the way it works there, everything in AEW is done through Pro Wrestling Tees, so they're already getting less of a cut as is. They don't have their own store.
I take that back. That number had to have been wrong. Let me see. If he sells 10,000 T-shirts,
it wouldn't be 700, but it wouldn't be a massive amount either. It would probably only be about $1,800 for that many T-shirts.
It would be, it'd be 12,000.
12,000?
I think it's about 12,000 for 10,000. I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm doing it in my head. My calculator
for his
didn't
takeaway.
5%. $24.99 a T-shirt. 10,000 T-shirts sold. 5% of 10,000 T-shirts. Of 5% of whatever that is. I don't know. Hold on a minute. Let me pull out my other calculator. Let me pull out my other one. Somebody in the chat probably already knows it who's like not stupid with math. Is like, I got it. So 10,000 units at $24.99. That's $249,000 times 5%. It's $12,495. So if Ricochet sells 10,000 T-shirts in a year at 5% a sale, he gets $12,000. And I mean, how many T-shirts has he sold in WWE? Probably about that, right? You would think 10,000. He probably moved 10,000 in WWE. He gets more though from WWE. It's like 15% in WWE or something like that.
Yeah, and only 5%. That isn't great either. But like you said as well, yeah, I did it times 1,000, not times 10,000, and so 1,200 would be, way off. 12,000 sounds more right, but still, it's not that much money. Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying 5%, people might be like, "What are you talking about, Joe?" It's because
that's common in most people's contracts. That's what when we discuss contracts on this show, most people, like even Cena's and Lesnar's, were getting close to that. So
yeah, like I would make about that on my T-shirt sales when I sell a JCS shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees, which I don't really do anymore, although they are there if you want to get them. They're classic, I guess, if you want to call it that. But they're only $20. I would get $6. 5% of that is $1. You know what I mean? Because they pay Pro Wrestling Tees to do the printing and the producing and stuff like that, and then they have to take a cut too. So everybody's getting a cut. AEW is getting a cut. They're getting a cut. Pro Wrestling Tees is getting a cut. So you're dividing this 3 ways, from what I understand. Now, maybe if somebody from AEW ever hears this and wants to send out an email like with how that works, I mean, maybe they don't care. Maybe they wouldn't tell you anyway. But, it looks like it's not a ton. It's not a lot of money.
And intellectual property is also different than merchandising, too, because do you own exclusively the rights to anything? Because provided that WWE's costs aren't less than 10% of the fees received by the wrestler, then they actually state that wrestlers are responsible for reimbursing WWE for administrative costs associated with such separate projects. So any times that they have a new IP or an endeavor or anything that has to be signed over, they basically have to pay for legal or administration to handle it.
Right.
That's crazy that the wrestlers are responsible for that.
Yes. Guys, if you want to drop a super chat...
That's Section 5.
If you guys want to drop a super chat, super chats are on. They're functioning. If you guys want to do it, feel free to do that. Also, got the new Streamlabs link for you in the chat as well. If you want to check out the Streamlabs link, I'll pin it to the top of the screen for you just now, too. If you need to refresh, it's there to donate to the show live. And speaking of that, let's go to a donation. Shit bomb! You become a shit bomb. Can't wait to fix that. I cut another promo on Twitter. It says Jman from KC. We'll have to check that out. Uh-oh, it's going down. It's going down, Jman. You son of a bitch with my belt. I'm going to have my belt back on Monetize This 300. 2 Fridays from now, your ass is going to be staring at the champ, and you're going to be mailing that belt to me. You scruffy looking dick licker. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, thanks for the donation, J-Man. Becoming a $5 ship. I will have those donations fixed soon, and I can't wait till I do, because
that cracks me up. And I cannot wait to see freaking that promo that he just put out. They've been damn entertaining so far. And son of a bitch, this is the 4th website I've checked, and no one has Ricochet. Rich Swann, Ricky Starks, Roman Reigns, Ronda Rousey, Rosemary, and then it goes Sami Callihan, obviously. I can't find any more details about his contract. I keep looking.
He's a mystery.
If anyone in the chat finds anything, please let me know.
He's a mystery, man.
selling them outside a trunk.
I mean, this is the fourth site, and it goes from Pat McAfee, Orton, Mysterio, Reigns, Rousey, Sami Zayn. No Ricochet on here either. That's itnwwe.com. I went to Forbes.
I'm trying to remember,
Wrestling Inc.
Back when he
Wrestle
first
Talk.
signed. Like, I remember we thought we had it back when he first signed. So I was like trying to think, and I can't think of what we said he was doing or getting, or
that's what I'm trying to recall. So
they valued him when they brought him in. So I mean, I wonder if he had gotten 100, 150 when he first came in NXT. But because they kind of valued him as a featured thing, he wasn't like a project. Like, we got to bring in Ricochet, and it's a big project. Now I'm sure they thought, we got to bring in Ricochet, and we got to, teach him our way. It's going to be a lot different than all the stuff he's been doing. But they saw him as like already a guy who knows what he's doing.
Yeah, they viewed him as established. Triple H talked him up, and that's why him, of all people, I'm baffled with how they've booked him and handled him. And that's why he is still a hot commodity, because when they put him in certain situations, it's like, why are you not utilizing this person? He's still over with the fans, and you treat him like crap. That says something. And Angel, I saw you say this before about Jay White. We talked about Jay White a lot at the end of the AEW review last night, but it seems to be, even though New Japan took him off of their roster and whatnot, there's a leaked image of him already being involved in their March comeback show for New Japan. And besides that, his contract was signed for 7 years. He still has some time left in that. I think this is all just a work to drive up publicity and just tell a little bit of a different character story with him. And I think it's working, because it's got the internet, wrestling community ablaze pretty much with where is he going, where is he signing, how much will he be paid, all these type of things. And I think it's a straight up work, honestly, but that's my opinion out and out.
Yeah. We all think it's a work. We all look. I spent I literally spent too long the other day looking at this, and I'm like yesterday, like last night after we get off the air, I was sitting around just blah, and I'm like, yeah, man, this is definitely a work. I'm like 80% work right now with that. So
yeah, I'm like 90%, honestly. I would be completely shocked if it turned out to be anything but it seems like it's perfectly set. So
yeah,
they're doing this with a story in mind, and it's working.
I think it's 100%. Who gives a fuck?
I see businesses are starting to open up.
I do like that they're getting paid more, though. I think that's
because I mean that's
ago.
The best part about competition, Jesse. We've said it before. Competition breeds creativity, and even though we haven't seen a lot where a lot is being done with certain people, at least Raw may not have improved, but at least the fact that they're paying wrestlers more because they don't want them to go elsewhere is a good thing.
I can dig that. And who knows, maybe that'll transfer into later them actually giving a shit about if their product's watchable.
That was like when I tried to buy Bailey, when I offered Bailey like the golden deal.
Yeah, you said you'd take him exclusively.
And he still said no. Remember that?
He turned it down.
It was like the big deal. It's like it's the same thing in wrestling, bro. I offered Bailey. I'm like, no, don't leave. Don't leave. Let's keep doing this, because I knew it was worth it. Because look at what happened. Like how many people left. So
I know. And as far as the wrestlers go, I mean, you look how much the pandemic hurt business. People, it caused people to get lower contracts all over the place. And WWE was still not giving out lower contracts. They were paying these high rate of money, and then they ended up letting go a bunch of people like Gallows and Anderson. People they just re-signed, Maria, Mike, so many back in April of last year. Sounds weird to say last year still, but. At least with this news, with the contract information, it definitely seems like they're keeping Retribution around, and they don't have any tentative plans to let them go. I mean, we did see them on TV this week, and it was amusing to see them just get destroyed on Twitter yet again. Sammy Guevara is another master troll like MJF, and there's been a lot of back and forth between the two throughout the week that's been pretty amusing. But all in all, I'm telling you, I don't think that's that bad of a deal. $250,000 for Retribution to start off where they are, because they'll be able to negotiate towards the end of their contracts, and they're essentially already a year in.
Yeah, they're kind of stuck, and I mean limbo, just like the other guys, you know.
Yeah, I was reading his comment there as well. You know, I agree. AEW does it as well. We've got people like Miro and Sean Spears that are just doing nothing. Sean Spears got an amazing reaction when he first came out, all the way back at, what was it, Double or Nothing for that Battle Royal when he initially showed up. And then they had the chair shot angle, and he was, white hot from that. And Cody beat him. And that was it. It was over. It was really quick. And that was baffling. And then they had Tully with him, but they did nothing. They made him look like an idiot with Tully's face on his crotch, like he was an obsessed lunatic. And from there, we got nothing really with Miro. He came in as the best man, and it's been a joke. And now he's got his own little slave. So we'll see how it goes Wednesday, but it's pretty ridiculous.
Just want to really quickly take a second. Doubt he's listening right now, but say that I'm really sorry to Tommy, man. His father passed away today. And
oh, no.
His dad was a great dude and really sad. I just had
Tommy
to
NC?
Yeah, I just had to say something about Tommy's dad.
Oh, that's terrible.
The guy was great. Very, very good guy. Very good dad. I'd talked to him once. And that's it, man. I just wanted to, I don't want to make it go crazy, but, we'll talk to him later, I'm sure. But I'm sorry to Tommy, man. It's just I'm sure he's going through a really, really rough time right now. So he called me earlier and I was asleep or something like that and I missed it. And I heard the voicemail earlier and I hadn't said anything yet, but his dad was great. His dad, his parents were great. His dad was great. And it's too bad, man,
That's really upsetting. His dad really was a nice guy and always so supportive of Tommy. And no matter what outlandish idea or dream Tommy had, he supported him.
Oh, yeah.
He was always super encouraging.
Yeah, it's really came on suddenly. We kept this, at least I kept the secret for a long time. And it was hard to not say anything to someone because I heard about it. And I was like, oh, this is over, about a year ago now? So, this was a whole thing. He had to go through a whole... he had to go through the whole transplant thing, and then he went through the chemo thing, and then he went through all kinds of other stuff, and things happened. He fell recently, and so I just, a lot of, when someone gets sick,
a lot of medical issues that Tommy wasn't making public, and that's why he was kind of dealing with so much at certain times. And
make sure you tell him that JCS Army loves him and his dad. Make sure you say something nice. Don't fucking
be positive and supportive,
be mean
please.
to him. But yeah, there's gonna.
I was just saying that today.
Yeah.
Because I did Casey's first pilot show today. We did a recording of it. And we talked about
nice
for a minute, but we didn't know that he had passed. And but I actually went into that about let's maybe once in a while he just needs to hear something nice be said about him here and there, and then maybe he'll understand all the joking is all love. It was just one of those when you said that right now sparked. I was like, yeah, I even said that today. It's true. So send something nice to him, man. Dude's going through a lot, and we love Tommy. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, he's really been going through it for a while. So it's a long-term thing that he dealt with.
The only thing I can say is hopefully he's not. Now he's not suffering anymore.
Yeah,
so
I didn't know because I had him. I kind of had him. Everywhere where I saw I couldn't see him because I knew he was kind of whatever. But yeah, just I hope he's okay. And I feel bad. I'm gonna try to call him later. But just crazy, man. The Goon to 666. Look out for the Goon. Everyone should come back. David JD, the Frog Bowls. Well, JD always gets invited and he never comes. Mr. Morrison, the inaugural Monetize This champion. Monetize This 140, never forget. The Goon. Thank you, Goon. Why isn't it reading these? Goon. Why is it not reading the text to speak? Am I crazy?
I don't know, because that one wasn't censored either. Two of those weren't
going
censored.
on?
It wasn't
Let me
working.
go take a look. Why isn't it Why do I have to read these? I don't want to read these. Make the fucking
While
computer
you're trying to
voice.
figure that out, I'm going to go over the ratings from last night.
Thank you, Goon.
Good news here, a little bit of a positive, is that
I don't think we're going to get
in,
people. I just want to. I don't think we're going to. I asked. I'll ask JB, but I don't think we're going to get the those people left the show a long time ago. We're probably not going to have people that left the show a long time ago, and pretty sure people that hate me aren't going to be coming on the show. So it's probably not going to happen.
They're invited though. There's an open invitation. So.
Well, not to them. No, go ahead.
For $2.99, everybody's invited.
Nope, no one's invited. Nope. JD is not invited. No, I'm just kidding.
Never again.
No, I'll invite JD. He won't come. No, $2.99 is going to be weird. We'll see what happens. I know Frog is waiting. Bullfrog is waiting, and so is probably Vikings.
He's
to be honest,
waiting in anticipation. He can't wait.
Oh yeah, but I don't think. Yeah, I don't think. I'm wondering if Vikings or Bullfrog gets the unbanned crown.
I know.
People are going to be pissed on Monetize This.
Well, hopefully they don't let that happen then if they don't want it to happen.
I can't bring back people who quit the show, Goon, you dum-dum. I don't know why you keep saying that, dude. You're really fucking stupid. Like these.
Yeah, if they want to come for the next episode, then there you go.
All right.
$2.99. But
I don't care.
So
I'm not gonna bring back people who bash me every second and make up lies about me and then they quit the show. I'm not gonna go begging people to come back who don't want to be here. I've heard that people don't want to be here. And listen, JB is on hiatus. He's not coming back to YouTube, bro. I literally offered the guy money. How many times do I have to say this? How many times do I have to go over this? I offered the guy extra money to be on the show. Like, how many times do I have to tell you this? It's so stupid. It's like, imagine if you're friends with someone and then they just decide imagine you're friends with someone and then they go, you know what, fuck you, I'm leaving. And then for a year they shit on you. And then they don't want to do anything with you. They just want to go talk shit about you everywhere. And then they leave everything. And then randomly when something big is going on, they want to, I'll be a part of it. It's like, no, dude, that's fake. Dude, fuck fake people. I'm not, you know what I mean? You're fucking living in a delusional reality. You know, I'm not the one who fucking quit, or I'm not the one who fucking says stuff like I'm going to drive to someone's house and, you know, attack them or whatever the fuck. You know, so just move the fuck on. Move on already. It's not my fault, bro. That's all I could say. It ain't my fault. And, you know, JD, he doesn't respond to shit I say to him. Unless it's about YouTube problems or something, then he says something back to me. I say stuff about wanting to do stuff, he fucking ignores me. So
you got to use your lawyer.
You know what I mean? You're not going to get people back. Only. I invited JD to Out of Nowhere 200. He didn't come. You know what I mean? Like, these people, no. It's not me. It's them. It's not me. It's them. Like, sorry. If someone
That's why I said before, there's been open invitation.
If someone fucking told you were a bad father and made up weird shit about you constantly, you would not want to do anything with them again, right? And they, especially since they told you they don't want to do anything with you and then they left you. Like, why would you want to work with a bully? Why would you want to work with someone who's a fucking person who hurts people? Why would you do that? Doesn't make sense. But yet every fucking show you bring this up as if it has anything to do with me. It doesn't have anything to do with me. It has to do with those people. Stop blaming me for everything. Stop doing fucking blaming me for everything. If people didn't blame me for everything, make up shit about me that's crazy, bend narratives constantly and just make shit up. I'm not even saying anything. I'm just vaguely saying, like, this is what happens. I don't talk about other people like this. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get these people back. You'd have to go reach out to them. You have to go harass them. You will have to go harass Catman. You would have to go find wherever JB is. You'd have to go find everybody else in their own little thing. Why doesn't Tommy come on? I don't know. I invite him to come on. Dude, I invited Tommy to come on the show in a voice message. Invited him to come on the show. And you know what he did? He didn't come on the show. And then he went around saying that I was an asshole and I wouldn't talk to him, even though I just invited him to the show. And then he said, oh, he only wanted to use me on the show. I didn't want to just use you on the show. I just wanted you to be on the show. So then I said, fuck this. I'm never inviting you to the show again since you lied about it. Why would you do that? That's what all these people do. So, you know what? Go fuck you, fuck your mom, and fuck your cunt. Fuck you to hell. I'm not going to work with people who are scumbag pieces of shit. And everybody else, they aren't coming because they aren't listening and they aren't answering any calls I make. So, you know, you got to fucking go do the work. You figure it out. You go tell people, hey, stop being a dickhead piece of shit and maybe answer Joe. Maybe answer Joe. Maybe come on if you want to. And you know what? Maybe then they'll tell you, fuck you, no. And then you'll be like, oh, I get it now. Oh, as if Joe wanted people that I liked working with to not be here and to leave YouTube. Yeah, I wanted people I liked working with to leave YouTube. That's what it is. That makes sense. That's why I wanted them to leave. That's right. People I loved working with, I wanted them to become scumbags and leave, or just leave, or just get weirdly twisted narratives. Like, yeah, that's what I wanted. You're a fucking idiot. Go look up the fucking facts, bro. But you can keep pretending the narrative and bending it all day. Dude, the amount of crazy lies that I hear, I will never work with the people that do that again. I will never work with people that just crazy fucking shit. And sometimes when I used to think like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna try again to reach out to people even though they hate me. And then I hear something just fucked, and I'm like, oh my God, dude, fuck this. So like, dude, no, go fuck yourself and you go do it. You go do the work. But it pretty much, you know what I mean, the bridge is on fire and burnt down to the ground. But anyway, that was fun ranting about, though, for a little while. Maybe JB might show up. Maybe we might get a hold of him. Maybe Troy. I might get a hold of Troy. I've already challenged Troy on Monetize This 300 to a beer pong match, and I will put $100 on the line, Troy. You bearded fuck. I'll put $100 on the line, Troy. If you're done with putting your fucking nose up the schmo-no movie fucking cocksucker guys as assholes, if you've got enough of that fucking stuff, maybe if we get a couple guys on my show who'll suck cock, Troy will come back for 300 and we can play some beer pong, baby. Maybe that will happen on 300. We'll see. Hit that like button. We're gonna find out. Yeah. Bimbo Baggins says, did you get roasted twice by a YouTube channel called TechWare Great Productions? You need to see the roast because it's funny how they ripped that cat incel baby apart. JD losing subs, karma's a bitch. Bimbo Baggins. What do you mean? Like, I guess I don't know what that means. I'll go check it out, I guess. I'm not really one for, like, canceling people and, like, haha, they're losing. Fucking. Like, I'm not really into that, man. I still like JD. You know what I mean? I like him. Like, I know that I sound like I don't when I said that, but, you know, I still like the guy. I still hope he does well and stuff. Like, and me and him actually talk on phone sometimes. We do talk. He just doesn't respond when I bring up shows. That's all. So he's all right.
Become a shit bomb.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to roast him.
Hey to Joe, Jake, and Jesse.
Hey.
Have a good night.
Hey, Cora, there it goes. There goes the speaking.
All right.
Why is everything why do I have to read everything tonight? Except for that. Was that a super chat? Okay, so super chats are reading.
Super chats are reading, yes. The Streamlab ones are not, but thank you.
I haven't fixed the donos yet, everybody. So everybody that's like, what the fuck's going on? I haven't fixed them yet. I'm gonna have a lot of work to do. If they don't fix this shit by tomorrow, I'm going to have a lot of fucking work to do before Monetize This. It's going to be a pain in the balls. Like, dude, like, I'm fucking... It's a lot to go to copy one thing, copy the next, copy the other thing, bring it over, reset the values. It takes fucking 12 minutes to do each one, and it's like a fucking, oh my God, bro. So, but anyway, I mean, listen, first world problems, but a lot of shit was going down with the family and the world and stuff today, and it's like, I was like, fuck it, I'll do it tomorrow.
Like the jobless women selling nudes on OnlyFans that are struggling to pay their bills now and complaining about it. And
ooh, they can take pictures with their iron on their JJ.
And then poor Aaron's 2 cents, he messaged us on Twitter as well. You know, his dad was sick in November. His aunt passed last week. And then his grandpa passed the other day. And it's like, it's just one thing after another for everybody. Everybody's going through hell. And I reached out to him. You know, it's a lot. Everybody's dealing with so much. That's why I said everybody try and, you try and stay sexy and keep your mind up. So,
yeah, that's terrible, man. Yeah, I'm looking at
everybody's dealing with hell.
My settings do say that it should be reading, so I don't know why it didn't read. I mean, I guess maybe the spam protection was like too crazy or something. I don't know. Maybe the spam protection was too high. I don't know. Maybe that's what it was.
Could be.
I'll turn it up a little. I turned it down a little bit. I mean, I've still got the band stuff. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what the hell happened, but we'll figure it out later, I guess. Hopefully. Yeah, it's fucking weird. But anyway, what else you got, Jake? I'm sorry.
AEW brought in 762,000 viewers for the second night of New Year's Smash. They got a .30 in the 18 to 49 demo. NXT lost fans this week. They brought in 551,000 fans. So AEW went up by exactly 100,000. And NXT went from, what did they have the week? 641 to 551. So they went down by 90,000.
Wow. I mean, so wait a minute. Hit me with those numbers again. People might not have been listening. Hit me with the NXT number and the AEW numbers.
NXT brought in 551 and AEW Night 2 of New Year's Smash brought in 762,000.
Damn, safe rating for AEW.
Yeah,
ugly
in their
rating.
comfort zone.
But
up
ugly.
From last week, up from the last week for sure. The Brodie night 2 weeks ago got almost 1 million, so that was a different time for them. NXT drew 586 that week, and last week they drew 641 for New Year's Evil. So this week, them drawing 551, they're down almost 100,000 viewers. That's a
Yikes.
rough loss from them. NXT is hurting there. Their safe zone now seems to be at the base of 600,000, as where AEW's feels like it's in the 750, 800,000s.
Yeah, that's an ugly rating for NXT. Like, that's a bad rating. That's like, what is that? Like the third lowest ever or something like that?
It's something close to that, yes.
Yeah, I don't think I saw what it was either, but it's something really low. It's like one of the lowest ever ratings of NXT. That's crazy.
Yeah, not something you want to see from them. They're certainly trying, and both shows were good. NXT was really good. They started the Dusty Classic off. I like what they're doing with Gargano and the Way, and there's things that are working, but unfortunately they didn't have anything advertised, and they didn't have anything that felt special. At least leaving AEW, I know everything that's coming up next week, and there's a lot of things to look forward to.
Right.
One thing with AEW is that I wish I didn't need to go to Reddit or Twitter or other places to connect all of these things, because that match between Darby Allin and Brian Cage, they made sure to make that it was 9 months or 8 months in the making, a long time. But the finish of the match was like poetic justice perfect, and it didn't even click with me until going back and rewatching. Darby Allin originally lost to Cody by doing the crucifix pin off the second rope, and he ended up getting himself pinned. So Taz, as a veteran, went to talk to Darby Allin and said, hey, this is what you did wrong. Darby Allin got mad, said, I know what I did wrong. I don't need your advice. Pissed off Taz, and Taz has been trying to kill him ever since.
Wow.
So
like, for real?
The fact that he beat Cage with the same move that started this whole feud,
right,
was great, and it wasn't even really exemplified or sold on TV.
It was an inside thing
that should have been overblown by the announcers, but they didn't even make a point of that. I believe.
You mean they didn't use it? Like it was real life, and then they didn't use it, is what you're saying? Yeah, we get all this stuff, and yeah. I mean, what a good opportunity to use it. Wait, did Taz freak out publicly anywhere? Because I didn't hear that.
No, not in real life. It was storyline for that. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, no, they did it on the show, but Taz, in the original angle, was trying to go ahead and tutor Darby Allin.
Oh, I thought you were saying in real life he really did get mad at him. Oh my God,
that's how the story started.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. It's been so long since this started. They didn't make a big exemplary, note of this, but that is something. That's an exclamation point on the end of this feud.
They did it in the match for a reason, and then the announcers didn't say anything about it.
Exactly. I had no clue, and they didn't sell it like this big moment. There's a lot of things that happened in that match that I missed out on initially, between taking notes and going back, and I'm like, damn, that they really, really went ahead and killed themselves in this match. They told a really compelling story, and I actually give it a bit better of a rating the second time around than my initial take, because I appreciated it more knowing how the outcome was going to play out. And, but they worked hard, and they told a really, competent story. It just wasn't delivered well by both the production team and the announcers, unfortunately.
I guess I'm not shocked, because there's been so many other key points too in the past and recently that I'm like, that I call out the announcing has been sometimes okay, but dude, they miss on so many of those key points that, like, what the the story was right there to say it, and then they don't do it. It happens all the time. I don't know either, but this is, and I missed this one. So you missed it, I missed it, and they missed it. Maybe, I have the least problem.
Production missed some of the big moves too. Like they got the spot in the stairs. Like Shia LaCock, great name, said Cage is totally believable because he got squashed in the stairs. That was a knockout shot. Yeah, that was great. And the coffin drop off the onto the stairs and what they achieved after that with tying him up with the belt because the belt had he had been tied up before. There was a lot of story elements that I didn't appreciate initially. So. And that's the thing, it's those important aspects that they're not putting over that would make people more interested in the feuds and the matches. And that's what we're missing out on. That bit of character adds, emotion. It does. It makes you invested.
I think that this one I might give him a pass because we all missed it, but I mean... But the other ones we didn't miss. Like I knew on the other ones, like, hey, what are they doing? Like they need to fix this. But
speaking of odd decisions, Joe, I guess NXT is not going to be involved in the Royal Rumble match. They have a lot of options on the table for NXT stars to be involved, and apparently they're not going to have NXT be part of the Rumble. They said they've even discussed the concept of the Rumble match itself, and they've tried to see how they can execute things within the Thunderdome. So that might mean that they might actually have a portion of the Rumble be live. Then it would be taped and then go back to live. So this way they can add some cinematic portion to the Rumble in between. So like, I don't know for sure. This is just a thought of mine, but how I'm reading this and taking it as, the Fiend could do something where the Fiend sets the Rumble on fire and sends Randy Orton over the top rope ablaze, and that's how Randy Orton's eliminated. But they can't do that kind of stuff live, so they have to have those stunts coordinated. And since they're not going to have fans in attendance anymore, they're doing a Thunderdome, they can add those cinematic elements. I'm not exactly a fan of that for the Rumble match. I guess I have to see how it's executed and how it plays out.
Oh!
But I don't want them to fuck with it.
Oh my God. Don't say executed. I have a friend in China.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
That poor reporter.
I don't know.
You become a shitbomb.
Arushin Chu.
He'll DM Tommy right now with love from all of us here.
Thank you, Aru. A lot of people hit him up on Twitter. Listen, I know he doesn't happy with me, but I say something nice to him. You know what I mean? I feel really bad about. I mean, I've been feeling bad about it for him for a long time. He's been super stressed out by it. And then on top of dealing with his dad, he's got all these people manipulating him and shit. It's just fucking a nightmare. I don't even know. Whatever. It's poor guy. I feel bad for him. Arushin Chu, thank you, sir.
Watch Club.
Jay Aletto is in the chat tonight. My brother Jay. Yeah.
Fuck Karen's, you dumb bitch. And fuck cancel culture shit. Fuck Karen, you dumb bitch. Fuck Karen, suck my dick. And fuck cancel culture shit. Fuck Karen, you dumb bitch. Cause Karen's our shit.
Oh my God, no. Are you telling me I'm going to read this
what's going on, my dudes, ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube Tag Team Champions of the world, Joe, the podcast Cronin, Jake, Big Daddy, Cool DeMarco. Hold on, I got to go back to the rest of it.
Oh my God.
Subscribe and follow them on every social media. The Wrestle Daily and Botch Club. Buy our first ever shirt now. The COVID 316 shirt. It's badass. You can get it by contacting them on their Instagram. Go to Botch Club or the Wrestle Daily on Instagram or TikTok.
You better get that COVID shirt. Steve Austin says so.
Now, why isn't it reading? Let's find out.
Definitely want one of fucking.
Dude, those shirts are fire. They are fire.
The skull with the mask is great.
Alert text delay. Alert donation. Why are they not reading? Like, what the fuck? Man, I fucked my whole thing up here. Dude, this makes no sense why it's not reading. Text to speak is on with like no filter. I got filter.
Maybe turn it off, save it, and then turn it back on and save it again.
Fuck, I've
had to do that once for the
old on-off. Kick it.
Yeah, it sounds
kick it a couple times. It'll be fine.
Did you turn it off and back on again?
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the
change
guy.
The voice, maybe.
My name is Geraint.
Oh, there we go. Let's try this guy. All right, let's see. See if
My
this
name
works.
is Take One.
I mean, why the hell isn't it playing? My voice is jacked up enough. I got to read all these. But listen, shout out to Botch Club, man. Botch Club with the 2020. Botch Club with the 2020, man. We needed a big 2020 hype bump. So go buy their T-shirt. On Instagram, we're going to show it later. Stone Cold Steve Austin is a promo for it later. And if you guys want to become a member, hit the membership button down below like Shell did. We're going to have a big member hangout tomorrow. At some point during the day, I'm going to be doing a members-only hangout. So become a member now or then, whatever, so you guys can chat. It's going to be chat-only, members-only. You can watch. Anybody can watch it, but it's going to be members-only. We're going to be doing a post-show tonight that's going to be on Patreon. There's going to be a bunch of bonus stuff on Patreon tonight. And we're going to jump over to D Live as soon as this is over for just a few to collect some lemons and be psychos for a few minutes. That'll be fun. And
lemonade.
You want some lemonade in your mouth, Jesse?
And life gives you lemons.
I was promised
Oh,
coming on this evening a waterfall of jizz.
I will deliver. I'm going to turn you into my honey pot, Pooh Bear. Don't you worry.
Oh, what the honey
Like
pot, dude? Fucking honey. What the fucking?
Don't worry, Tigger. I'm going to make him my eat.
Whoa! Oh! I thought you said something else.
Poo.
Oh my god,
All
dude!
right.
Holy crap! I thought you said something else.
I got you there.
What up, Sith Neegan? Listen, I stained that thing that I built because I bought the wrong wood. I bought like $18 of wood, and I needed to buy $28 of wood. And then they were out of the woods, and I said, F it, I'm going to build something with this no matter what. So I built something without plans. I just built anything. And today I was staining it, so I stained the top of it, and then I'm going to paint it white later tomorrow. But I stained the top of it, and then it started to rain as I was staining it. And I was like, are you kidding me? So then I put a tarp up over me outside and over everything and stained the whole thing. And then when I got done staining it, I was like, all right, I'll just go inside. And then the damn thing blew over, and then the water was fucking coming down on it for like an hour, and I didn't know it. Stupid idiot.
That's awful.
But yeah, man, you got to see this COVID shirt. But now I got a cough, and I don't know where that's coming from. Like I've had this tickle. You know the tickle cough? The one where
it just constantly drives you nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, my mom went through like a huge fit last night, and that's what she said she was having. That's crazy.
Oh no.
Like the tickle thing. Yeah.
Yes, I got I got the tickle cough right now. The like.
Luckily she lucky she had her inhaler by her and everything. But yeah, it just like would not stop. I was worried she was gonna fuck up her whole tract. Coughing so much, trying to get So yeah, when you said that right now, I'm like, damn.
Oh, Daryl, I read that earlier, Daryl. I actually figured that out last night, Daryl, on the show. There's a third-party website you have to go to drop sound clips in to put them onto the D-Live alert system. So I actually did figure that out last night, Daryl. Thank you, man. I may just I guess I think I'm just going to keep Streamlabs open on D-Live, too, so that we can just still get the regular donos, but yeah, I'm going to work on that, too, learning it. But I did read your email, too, so I kind of knew that, but I didn't know how it all worked until I read your email. And then I read your email and was like, okay. And then I went over there and started playing around with it. So I'll figure that out soon, man. Daryl, thank you. Mr. Sith Neegan, Daryl Stoltz in the chat. So ratings for NXT, ratings for AEW, average. Ricochet, I mean, if he wants the money, he's staying with WWE. If he really wants to be a mark, he's going to AEW.
Yeah, it depends on, do you want to make the fans happy and possibly make yourself happy?
Should AEW...
You don't know how they're going to book you when you get there. Like, that's the thing. So you might be another Miro, or you could be the next Cody.
Yeah, I mean...
They haven't gotten a lot of people over there. They have a bunch of, mini stars, but no one is that top-tier talent yet.
It still feels like if you go to AEW, there's a 50-50 chance like you really could do well. But in WWE, it feels like there's only a 30% chance you could do well.
Yeah, it's a very small thing, and the window when it does happen is so small that if they don't back you, you could be top and then go right back down like nothing.
Shout out to Daryl, man, too. Sith Neegan is the longest $100 patron ever on Patreon.
Sith's always been a badass. I still got to look into the computer chair thing. I've been so occupied with the dentist, I never even actually looked.
That guy's been trying to set you over the chair for 2 years now.
I know. He's always such a badass.
He's the man.
So wait, are you guys saying that the top stars there are still like no bigger than like Jericho?
Yeah, I mean Jericho's obviously the upper echelon, but they've done a lot to kind of hurt his attraction level. I'm trying to phrase that best I can, but like he's still very, very important. But they've hurt that mystique that he had initially by having him lose to people like Orange Cassidy and Moxley, and had he still held onto the title through the whole COVID thing, or at least a bit longer, like they could have done a lot with that. But still, it's not like they've done bad either. They just Kenny Omega's stock is rising as a heel. That's interesting. That's working. Moxley's up there. He's probably like the second number 2. I'd say Jericho 1, Moxley 2. Orange Cassidy's really popular with the fans and up there. But as far as like really top tier talent, they have people that are really good. MJF is excellent. There's a lot of great talent, but I just no one that's like that superstar yet. Same in WWE. It's a problem all throughout wrestling.
Yeah, there really are kind of like somewhere in that way. But the anything can happen feeling in AEW is so much more exciting than anything in WWE right now. The idea that like, I don't know what's going to happen, I don't know. It may be weird or may look ugly, but something's going to happen. What do you think about Cornette, man? Do you think Cornette should be signed by AEW to be this massive manager heel? Because I feel like he would just get over so bad as he. I feel like people in the crowd that love Cornette would love to shit on him, and the people that hate his guts would love to shit on him.
Exactly. So it would something that would work for business, but it wouldn't work for their business because they're I don't want to call them sensitive. That's not it. But they don't take well to criticism. Cornette spits out a flurry of insults constantly, and they anybody that thinks it's a work, it's not. He's genuinely not a fan of AEW, and he likes a few people in AEW. And
you don't think he would go there?
Higher on Darby Allin. He does like Lance Archer a little bit. There's certain people that he does enjoy. Eddie Kingston's one. There's certain people, but it doesn't mean that it's a good idea for him to work with them. I think that would be so tumultuous and such a poisonous, toxic relationship that it would be a terrible idea.
So you don't think...
I'd love to see it personally as a fan of Cornette's and to see what they could do with AEW. I think it'd be a wild ride, but I don't think it would actually ever make it to TV. They would kill each other.
So you think he wouldn't go there?
He publicly said, because there was rumors that he was offered a job, and then he kind of danced around it and said that they had talked to him originally. Tony Khan made an offer and whatnot, but he said not that long ago when Jericho was making a joke saying that he was banned from watching Dynamite, that they could pay him all the money in the world and he wouldn't go there. He has no interest to go there.
I don't believe that. I don't care what
the people wanted him to go there to be the manager for FTR. And that was heavily rumored and really considered, I guess, and that fell through. So I don't think he wants to do it. He genuinely doesn't want to travel much anymore. He wants to stay home and.
But he doesn't have to travel. What do he just live there or whatever?
Well, he wants to stay where he, in his home now, and he doesn't want to go to Jacksonville once a week, every week, and that's why he was against some of the NWA stuff, and he could just record commentary in batches. He was okay with, but most of it was he didn't want to travel anymore, and he just wants to run his collectibles website. His wife needs surgery, so he's focused on that and shut down the website for a bit.
The one that beats independent wannabes. Or whatever it was,
and sends them lewd pictures of her ass.
Sends them her cornhole.
Allegedly.
No, but I love Cornette. That'd be great if he went there, even though he hates me and all that stuff. I love him, and that just tells you.
It would be entertaining as all hell.
I don't care how much somebody hates. If I like him,
that would be a big draw. I think because that's what they need. Imagine what Cornette never got to do what he wanted in TNA, and we've heard all the stories there. He was controlled by the network, and then Russo, and every step of the way he got stymied, and then it just never worked.
Yeah,
and we've heard that legitimately discussed.
You become a shitball.
Randy Viper.
JD's weird banned me from mentioning her name in chat.
He banned you for mentioning my name in his chat? Well, he learned.
Depends. How did you mention it?
What did you say? I mean,
doesn't matter.
they just say it all vague like that. Meanwhile, they like.
Hey, listen.
Like Joe said, you're a cocksucker.
Yeah, right.
Like something they don't even tell you that.
He learned from the best. Shit bomb.
You become a shit bomb.
Oh.
This community is like Among Us. Every day you have to find the imposter.
Yeah, there's a lot of sus people.
Thanks, Pitbull, and you're probably one of the biggest ones. But no, thank you, Blonin, for the $5 and becoming a $5 shit bum.
That's hilarious. I didn't realize when you said that right now. I realized it wasn't. Oh my god!
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cena is fading.
Really disappointed that John Cena has done very little in WWE the past 4 years. The last legit match
This
she had at the
Twilight-sounded
WrestleMania was at
motherfucking thing.
31 when he fought Rusev. He was injured at WM32, proposed to Nikki at WM33, Undertaker WM34, nothing WM35, Wyatt WM36.
Cena is fading. Thank you very much to the serial killer voice. What the fuck is that voice, dude? It sounds like a murderer.
That voice is creepy. It does sound like a Bateman kind of.
That's terrifying sounding.
Fucking some Twilight bullshit. What is this?
Yes. And then,
Yeah, really. It's going to be some.
What's her name in the fucking Bell or something? Where's
Bella.
Bella.
And I bit her.
As I bit into Bella's throat, like, what the fuck, dude? And she played with her pussy. Oh my god, dude.
Hypu's vote for me is monetize this heavyweight champion of the world, hey?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Penny the Pooh.
I can't take this voice seriously.
As Bella played with her werewolf clit, she moaned in ecstasy.
That I can do.
Oh my god, Penny the Pooh.
Penny the Pooh.
Hi, everybody, it's me, Penny the Pooh. You
Don't
want
forget to clean
poo-poo?
your fucking
Yeah, Cena.
keyboard.
I miss him.
Cena, yeah.
You know, at that time when he was doing the U.S.
Oh, wow.
title and making that legitimate, because we hated him with a passion, and then he
I feel like
flipped
that
for
was
me.
like years ago. Wasn't that
Yeah.
years ago now?
Oh, it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
2015, 2016 time that he had
that
the US
was
title.
yeah.
But it was just
God,
such
we
a
have to go that
standout
far
for
back.
me. And then after that, he didn't really do too much. He worked with The Miz briefly for the Mania stuff, and then he kind of did the very brief thing with Undertaker, and then he came back again, lost in the Elimination Chamber, did some stuff. He had a really great match with AJ Styles at SummerSlam. That was excellent. So he had some stuff in between there, but he's not a prominent role, and I feel like they kind of erased him. I mean, they lambasted and destroyed his legacy.
Devils! Suck it, Devils!
3-2, hell yeah!
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Gotta find something to be happy about, Joe.
Yeah.
Gotta celebrate somewhere.
Yep. I'm glad hockey's back. It's too bad it's off YouTube TV. I had to fucking watch the replay parts. Stupid ass Nesson isn't on YouTube TV anymore. So now I gotta walk into the other room with the cable box.
Ooh, now that's a good one. The Bloodlines. You have Roman Reigns and the Usos taking on, the Hollywood Club, Rock, Cena, Batista. So all the movie actors versus Reigns and the Usos. That's a SummerSlam match to me.
Yeah.
That kind of screamed WrestleMania. That has a SummerSlam feel because it's Hollywood, it's movies, blockbuster. So SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer.
Oh my god,
that's the kind of feel that it has for me.
that would be a blockbuster, dude. That would be
That would be a hell of a match.
Yeah, I'm not even a big fan of all those people and whatever else. But to see that'd be kind of fun. And if I think that's fun, then the people that watch wrestling from 04 and beyond or 06 and beyond would really like that.
Now that Batista's vanquished his foe on Twitter, being that of Donald Trump, he's
Right.
began tweeting normal things again, talking about wrestling. And it's amazing.
Isn't it funny?
He's gone back to sane somewhat.
I'm
Not
watching-
entirely, but a little bit.
It's funny how the people are telling me I'm insane. Like people on my Facebook are telling me I'm insane because I'm tweeting like it's over. They're coming for us with the censoring and stuff. And I'm like, and they're like, oh, you're fucking crazy. Dan's lost his mind. It's like, bro, you've been posting every day about Donald Trump all day long, and now I'm watching
for 4 years.
Yeah, and I'm like, what are they gonna post now? And listen, and the thing is too, like people shit on me, like dude, people sending me stickers for like Biden and Harris, like to joke with me or whatever. And it's like, dude, I don't like any of them. So when you send me these stickers, you're really just a fucking asshole idiot because I don't like them, and I didn't like Trump. I didn't vote for any of them. I didn't vote for any of them. So you're sending me shit to like go, ha ha. I don't care. I don't like any of them. They're all dickheads. They're all wizards. They're all magician cock gobblers and goblins, and I don't like any of them. So when you say, ha ha, guess who's president now? I don't care, because I didn't like the last one either, or this one, and I didn't vote for them. So ha ha, my guy didn't. All my guys always lose because there are no guys. So, fuck off. But now,
I guess
what are they going to post? They're still posting about Trump.
Joe.
They're still posting about Trump. They're still posting about Trump. He's gone. He's going to be gone. They're going to blah, blah, blah.
You just proved your point right here, because they're still posting about Trump, because Batista's still posting about Trump, but he's doing it in a different way. He's offering a $20,000 reward for the arrest or conviction of the individual who carved the word Trump into a manatee.
Oh, I saw that. That is fucked up.
How disgusting
That's
is that?
Fucked up.
So he's throwing in a $20,000 cash reward.
Wow. Make it more. Listen,
so good on him to do that. I give him credit for that. So he's still dealing with Trump, but he's doing it for a noble cause.
Yeah, dude, I don't care what was carved into the manatee. Where's Batista when people stab manatees with a spear?
I know.
But no, I mean, but all manatees and all animals. Where's Batista on the other animals? Just because they wrote Trump on it? But that is fucked up.
They try and protect manatees in Florida, and it's kind of like like the state's animal.
Yeah, I won't shit on Batista for that. I know he likes to defend kid fuckers or whatever, but I won't shit on Batista for this. I mean, fuck that person, whoever wrote that on.
Yeah, that's heinous. Funny enough, you brought up the Smoking Skull title the other day, and Stone Cold was talking on Curly Haired Douchebags podcast, not Sam.
Thank you.
And he went ahead and he was talking about the Smoking Skull belt, and he was worried that people were going to look at him like, an asshole, and I've got my own belt now, so I think too highly of myself. But that wasn't it at all. He said he never had any heat with it, and everyone thought it was pretty cool. And obviously it was well liked and revered because it's been replicated and resold so many times over the years.
Right.
He said the rest of the guys in the locker room never gave me that, you turned into your big ego attitude. So that's good on him. I'm glad that he went ahead and brought that up, because we were just talking about the belt, last night, and how we were never crazy about custom belts, especially the spinner one. God, I hated that spinner belt.
Yeah, and that one grew on me in the fact that it felt like it did really become the WWE title at some point. So that was like somewhat okay, because it felt like it became the title. But like the skull one pissed me off right from the get-go. And that was back in the day. So I'm pretty consistent, because I remember feeling ill about it, and I was a huge Stone Cold fan. Like I fucking love Stone Cold. I jerked off when his music hit. And the fact that even then I was like grumpy about it, like, well, why does he get a skull belt though? What? No, go get the real belt.
That's the thing, because you like the prestige of it. Like, I thought it was cool, but I liked it, the idea of it. I always wanted, if they're coming to the ring for promos and stuff, but when you go to a title match, then have the belt.
Right.
If you're going to wrestle that night, even if it's a non-title fight, bring out the real belt. But when you're going out for promos or press and you want to have your title, that's fine. That I didn't mind. But when it's the actual fight, you should have your title. Other little tidbits of news today was Matt Riddle saying he got the greatest birthday gift of all time, even though it's 9 years too late, because UFC's anti-doping policy changes its stance on marijuana, and positive test is no longer a violation. So anyone in UFC can smoke marijuana.
And they said he could do it in WWE too, so now he's good.
Yep. So now that no more marijuana tax, as they call it, because they get popped for fines. Bro. And they don't get multiple violations in the sense of, like where it causes a wellness violation, but it does charge them fines each time, upwards of $5,000.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, that's shit bomb. Botch Club. You become a shit bomb. What up, Botch Club?
Check out the Botch Club and the Wrestle Daily throwback video. Ever wonder what it's like to experience backstage to your seat? Share it, Joe.
Oh yeah, baby, you know it. It's coming up, baby. Botch Club, I'm going to hit it up in a minute, because I'm going to go there and I'm going to plug the shirt. I'm going to plug that video, and I'm going to wax my carrot to pictures of Aunt Jemima. Thank you, Botch Club. You guys better follow them on Instagram. They are fire right now. They are fucking fire.
Rocking the rest
Let's
of the world.
get froggy.
Oh, Bullfrog with a $3 donation right out of his welfare check, everybody. Wait till the stimulus package comes. Then it's really going to be on with
Then he'll
him.
be dropping in. He's saying, though, let's get Froggy. He's getting excited for monetize this $2.99.
His arteries are sitting there like, let's get Cloggy. Like, like, God bless him. Fucking.
Oh my God, dude!
24
this
fucking
Friday
sodas
night.
a day. That is some.
Tomorrow
some record.
night, Bullfrog is back on Monetize This, and if he wins King, he can stay. He can come back to Monetize This if he wins King, or Vikings. What if Minnesota Vikings wins and he can come back? And then if anybody else wins, it just doesn't matter. But I mean, you know what I mean. But for those guys, there's a lot at stake for the band people tomorrow night on $2.99.
Now, I want to get you excited about something else, Joe. I know you liked. Oh, we got another one coming in.
Karen's coming in. Who knows who else could come? Whose band who could come back for good?
Fuck Karen, jug my dick. And fuck cancel culture shit. Fuck Karen, you dumb bitch.
Oh my God, Pitbull blown in. The Pitbull's back.
And fuck cancel culture shit. Fuck Karen, you dumb bitch.
Fucking blown in. The Pitbull.
The Pitbull is back.
Oh my God. The Pitbull.
Your Pitbull is back. Damn.
I can't believe Joe Blonin is back. Joe, you got to come on the show, Blonin, and wear the mask of me and jerk off and stuff. Come on. What's going on? Get on Discord, you moron. Or just send me a message. We'll get you on Skype. I want you to wear Leah's face on Monetize This 300. Blonin, you need to wear Leah's face on Monetize This 300, Blonin. You hear me? New dono guy. Hey, well, you can't get it because something got blocked here. Hey, everyone, my voice is the voice of a serial killer.
I will hunt you down and replace the previous robot pussy because she was too lazy to even read my goddamn donations. I took care of her, and now she's in my basement. My voice rules.
Now, that would have been great if it had read it under the creepy dono guy voice.
That would have been superb.
I think he made the mistake of,
Yeah.
I guess it banned pussy. Like, I don't even have that word banned. I only have, like, bad, like, real bad word. I don't know what's going on. I got to look at it. We're all fucked up over here.
It's all messed up.
It's going to take me 3 hours to edit all the donations to fix them all for tomorrow, guys. It's going to be nuts, but we'll figure it out. That's crazy.
We'll make it work. So I'm exciting you, tintillating, scandalous here. I know you enjoyed Dark Side of the Ring just about as much as I did, and season 3 is getting none other than Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh my God.
He's going to be talking about his friend Brian Pillman. That's awesome. So they're going to talk about the Hollywood Blondes, the angle, obviously. Pillman's got a gun. And then
I taught him how to shoot a deer so he wouldn't shoot himself. It was.
Oh my God.
And then they're going to talk about his untimely demise and passing and how it was treated in WWE with Vince bringing, his widow on air. And so they're going to cover everything there and possibly talk about his son and what he's up to as well. So I think that's good. Talk about the Varsity Blondes but that's exciting. I know they have a few other big ideas for season 3, so I can't wait for that.
Yeah, that's going to be wicked cool.
What else do I have here? Okay, Impact Wrestling. They went ahead and added a match to Hard to Kill. Ethan Page will face Karate Man at Hard to Kill. This was filmed apparently quite a while ago. Page won't actually be in the building. His tag team partner, Josh Alexander, is still with Impact Wrestling. He'll be competing. So the final card is Josh Alexander versus Brian Myers, Tennille Dashwood and Caleb versus Rosemary and Crazy Steve, Karate Man versus Ethan Page, Eric Young, Joe Doering, and Deanna versus Cousin Jake, Rhino, and Tommy Dreamer, Eddie Edwards versus Sammy Callahan in a barbed wire massacre.
Whoa.
Sounds fun. Deonna Purrazzo versus Taya Valkyrie for the Knockouts title. Manic versus Chris Bay versus Rohit Raji for the X Division title. Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers, the real best friends, the real elite apparently, taking on Rich Swann and the Motor City Machine Guns.
Whoa.
And then Havoc and Nevaeh versus Kieran Hogan and Tasha Steelz. So that's for the Knockouts tag team titles.
Wow, that's actually pretty cool.
Sounds like it's going to be a pretty stacked night. Now, with all the COVID issues, they might have to go ahead and change some of the lineup. We're going to see, but we'll see what happens.
Kieran Hogan's pretty good usually. Yeah, she's another person I like. I like a lot of these women, and then they come in and I go, "We never mind." You know, like kind of like Big Swole. She came in, that was like, "Oh, wait a minute, maybe she's not like ready yet or something." I thought she was for some reason. So hopefully Karen Hogan's good because I think she's been good.
Who does a lot of the booking in AEW?
In AEW,
Tony Khan does most.
Tony
Yeah,
Khan
like
does,
like. Oh really? Like I thought maybe some of the top guys would be part of that.
Yeah, they do. A lot of the wrestlers do, but Tony Khan really.
Well, most I guess it comes down to Tony Khan and then the Young Bucks, and then the rest is with Kenny Omega, and Don Callis has had input with this angle. But
did you hear him when he was on Chris Van Vliet's show earlier? And I listened to the whole interview. He was like, I would say 80% fully character. Like he was in full character 80% of the time.
No, I didn't catch it yet. So.
He has always reminded me of Rose, like Dave, and he really reminded me of it. I was like, he's in character. He's so in character still. Like, it was great. He didn't break it at all. He's like, I don't even watch wrestling. I don't know. I don't watch wrestling. I just know it. It's like, the guy was like, he was like, what are some of the wrestler? What are some of the companies you watch or things that you've watched in the last couple of years that you thought? He goes, I don't know. I don't watch it. He's like it's like watching an ant do its job or like a car goes by. It's just like riding a bicycle. This is what I know. I know it better than anybody. I don't need to watch it. He's like, I don't learn anything. You watch me. You'll learn something from me. It was just fucking hilarious. I was like, oh, this is great.
That's funny though.
And Chris picked up on it obviously by halfway through, and then he started finally. Treating it that way. Like, well, what are you and Kenny going to do?
Being like, oh, he's not just being a dick.
Yeah, it was funny. But I'm sure he wanted to.
That's amusing. Jim Ross was covering the 2001 Royal Rumble, which saw China challenge Ivory for the Women's Championship. And Jim Ross kind of brought up a fact that we've heard for years, but he confirmed it. He said that China felt that all the female talent was beneath her. She didn't want to wrestle Ivory. She didn't want to wrestle anyone of her gender. He said, I don't know if we got the greatest effort out of China because, even if she could call part of it in her and still be better than a lot of her size, strength, et cetera, basically he's saying she went into the match with a negative feeling that it was beneath her, so we never got the best out of her.
Wow.
And I believe that because a lot of her women's matches were, not great. The match was like 3 minutes long, and that's when China suffered that kayfabe neck injury and left with a stretcher, and but China only wanted to face male superstars.
Yeah, little Ivory.
That was hilarious. Watching her do the pile driver in this show, it's just funny as fuck. It's like the Three Stooges doing a pile driver.
Yeah, exactly. It just didn't work.
Oh, she was small, man.
Now that I think about it, she didn't really wrestle much, did she? She got in the ring with guys and did things like and was part of a lot of stuff, but she didn't go out there and really just have matches, right?
She did, but it was like during the time where it always felt 50-50. Like
she did a lot of squash matches for a while with the women.
That's kind of what I mean. Like it was never really,
when she after she did the whole it was never about her wrestling ability. She was always the spectacle. And even Jericho said when they worked that triple threat match with Bob Holly and her at I think it was the Rumble the year before, and I think that was for the IC title when her and Jericho were both champions they were like co-champions in that stupid storyline. They said that was one of the more difficult matches that they both ever had to work because you kind of know, like, if I drop down to the ground, you're going to do a leapfrog over me.
Check out my brother at Rich Pellegrino Art on Instagram. To order his paintings, originals, or prints, go to richpellegrino.bigcartel.com. Show my brother's site, Joe. Much love and appreciated.
Oh my God, the creepy voice is back.
Yeah, creepy voices once again.
What's up, Botch
in my
Club?
Nightmares.
richpellegrino.bigcartel.com. We've shown it before, and the guy's art is unbelievable.
It's fantastic. So much cool stuff, and you can get custom prints too. But yeah, they basically said that China didn't have the intuition that normal wrestlers do to avoid messing up and botches. And then Jericho forgot one spot, and she couldn't remind him, and Bob had to come in and yell, drop down, stupid bulldogger, something like that.
Wow.
So it was funny.
That's fucking crazy. There's Yoda. Look at Baby Yoda. Wow. That's awesome by Rich. richpellegrino.com.
Karens are shit.
I will be there for a few. Bark bark. The ruler of this community will always be Joe Cronin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Pitbull Blonin is back! And he's coming to monetize this $2.99 Friday, but especially episode 300 in 2 weeks. Pitbull Blonin. He is my pitbull, and he'll fucking kill you. Thank you, Pitbull Blonin. I need money or I'm dead.
Hey you guys, the Triple J podcast. Who
Yes.
do you think is more likely to return at the Rumble? Brock Lesnar or John Cena? By the way, all I typed was the B word in the last dono and it blanked it out. Leah's Streamlabs banned the naughty words.
Wow. All you typed was the
Oh,
B
that
word.
makes sense. Hers is probably set for.
Yeah, hers is
different
probably
than yours.
set. Yeah, maybe hers. She's a little more SJW than me, you know. But I got to go with Brock. I'm going with Brock Lesnar because there's nothing for Brock to do right now.
There's nothing for either one of them to do at this point. I mean,
Cena's filming shit once in a while.
he's
think
once
they
in a
bring 'em
while,
both
but he just
Be
wrapped
appealing.
up, I thought, with the Suicide Squad stuff and the stuff for the show after that. I thought that was done.
Well, yeah, but Lesnar's been just sitting in the mountains.
He doesn't want to wrestle, right? Isn't that what was last said? He wants to just stay isolated, but
I could
mean,
see
you
him
never
taking-
know with Lesnar. If the money talks.
Yeah,
so.
but dude, I could see him taking like, Brock, come on down. Just all you got to do is come out in the Rumble and you'll get eliminated, you know? And I could see them paying Brock Lesnar $500,000 just to come out at the Rumble. That's
yeah,
it.
for a one-off appearance, that would be great,
Mm-hmm.
and it would get people talking. And I mean, we heard that there was a bidding war between WWE and AEW. We don't know about the validity of that, but
Maybe have the person
seems
that,
valid enough.
have the person that eliminates him be the plan for him to wrestle against if he does get hooked up.
Yeah,
for
just like
WrestleMania.
last year. Yeah, you can do that.
Although
again.
with Vince, to be honest, with Vince, if I know Vince, he would actually plan a 2-appearance Rumble Mania. I mean, that's what ideally Vince would do.
That's what he would want, but yeah, Fast and Furious was supposed to come last year, though. When it was done, it was already supposed to be here over the summer, right? And so Cena wasn't even scheduled for anything then to promote it. So I don't know if John will wrestle. I would say he has more of a chance in my mind than Lesnar showing up, but I don't think either one of them are going to. They're not going to use NXT stars apparently, though. Who are they going to have be surprises to come back? Last year we had Edge, we had MVP. You know, there was a few people that stood out. This year, I'm not sure who they can get to come out and be like a oh shit moment. Can you think of anybody that could come out?
Oh, John Cena.
John Cena would be a
but
pretty good
I
moment.
think they would.
Edge would be a pretty cool moment for him to come back.
Again.
Do you guys think that they won't come because Cena and the other Lesnar? They don't want to, because specifically they don't want to be. They want to be isolated. They don't want to be around the COVID and all that shit.
I think Cena has previous obligations. Like
you said
Maj
he
in the
was
chat
filming
just
that,
said that he's doing Wipeout. Okay, now, and then on top of it,
television show?
Lesnar. I don't think it's so much the like quarantine stuff. I just don't know if he wants to wrestle.
And he's also kind of in a bidding match between AEW and WWE too.
Yeah.
So really, that's
a return. You know, like I Edge returning wouldn't be bad. Cena would be a big name. That would be cool. Lesnar would certainly be a big draw, but I could see Cena getting eliminated and being okay. But if you eliminate a Lesnar again, I don't know if that hurts him or not.
How about The Rock shows up?
Yeah.
The Rock would be good, but The Rock, that's another one where like he's got to win or the elimination really has to mean something. Lesnar would be Reigns would have to be the one to eliminate him for that to make sense. And he's the champion, so he's not going to be in there.
It can't be a cheap pop, but that has to be to like.
Yeah, that's got to be something.
To the moon,
and that's why a lot of these people don't want to come in because they don't want to just be fed to the wolves. Apparently, that's what's happening to Goldberg. Allegedly, Goldberg is just going to lose to McIntyre.
Knew it!
Now,
let's go!
Vince might change his mind. Vince might change his mind the day of.
No!
That's happened before. We know it. But the plans as of right now is for McIntyre to beat Drew, or to beat Goldberg to look even more impressive. Drew's going to stand tall. And
I don't have a problem with that.
Well,
Yeah,
It's going to be like a
good with me.
squashy kind of match.
Yeah,
Or they're
the-
gonna-
I
I mean,
the
there's
real
not
reason
it'll be a squashy kind of what we've seen from Goldberg is the tentative
in
plan.
the past.
Yeah.
the real reason I think they were doing that is because they don't have an opponent for Drew, and Goldberg can't go more than 5 minutes, so he would have to beat Drew in 5 minutes. That would kill Drew. So they can't.
that would murder Drew. So they want to do what they did with Braun last year, where Goldberg gets the spear right away, Drew sells, gets a near fall 2 count, jackhammer, another 2 count, and then he's going to get the Claymore, hit it again, and he'll win. It'll be like a 2-3 minute match.
Right.
But it's okay that when they do it
people
shorter
over-
because there aren't fans there either. So watching that on TV, I prefer it that way. When there's fans in the building and you can build up more and get a reaction and slow things down. But I'm okay with a short match, especially with Brock. I mean, even Dolph Ziggler just made a joke on Twitter saying that at least I can wrestle.
Wait a minute. Say that again?
Ziggler said, "At least I can wrestle."
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Talking about Goldberg. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't see. You know how people say, like you said earlier, like, does it hurt them to lose or this and that? Honestly, I think when you have the big draws, I think people overlook at that shit way too much. Where it's like them just being there is the draw. You're not just because he loses, like Goldberg or anybody.
Yeah.
The problem is, I think they used to
Lesnar. Like, you're still going to see Lesnar. Yeah, like I mean, you're still going to pay to see them again when they come back. So it's not really.
But I think less people are, and that's the problem. I think they're losing their drawing power. It used to be where fans would overlook when their favorite got beat time and time again. Then all of a sudden, it started to get to be like, hey, this isn't fun anymore. Why do I care about them if they're just coming to lose and put somebody over?
That I get. Yeah, I get that.
So
I'm more talking about the ones that are already their careers made. They're on their way out anyway. You know what I mean? Like where they can. That their job now is to draw people in, but not really necessarily to be storyline.
Right.
Yeah. And Maj, I did bring that up last night on the AEW review. Figure, but it's a good thing to mention here quick, is that Nikki Bella wants to be on the creative team for WWE. Since her brother-in-law, Daniel Bryan's doing a creative role for the SmackDown side of things, she mentioned on the Pretty Big Deal podcast that she wants to go ahead and, be part of the creative team. Dana Warrior is also a part of that creative team. And apparently she's seen success, so it's not a far stretch to see Nikki Bella get involved. She's someone that
Dana Warrior's still
think
there.
Would work well.
Dana Warrior's still there?
Yeah, surprisingly enough.
Holy shit. We forgot all.
I forgot all about her being in creative too, but I wouldn't mind, Nikki being involved in creative. I think because she's a wrestler that's actually wrestled. She's done the road life where you had to travel from city to city, so she knows the insides and outs of the locker room and the actual backside of the business.
Yeah.
As where most of these writers and creative people have only done soap operas and dramas. They don't know what it's like to wrestle.
Yeah.
And then she does have a wrestling mindset. Whether you thought she was the best wrestler or not, it's not her talent. It's what she can do with her mind.
That's the
and
thing.
I think she's got a mind for the business.
We're not all. I don't know if she has a mind for the business 100%. Like I don't know her either, but
well, to me, I think it's tuned better for the business because she's at least got so much experience being a wrestler for so many years.
My point is, I think she's got a good creative mind, like just like about anything. Like Nikki Bella, when you listen to her talk about stuff in her real life or on that show or in whatever else on her YouTube channel or whatever else, she's always, the wheels are always turning with her. Like, why don't we do this? And I had an idea to do that. And it's just her mind.
She's always been an entrepreneur. You've seen it on Total Divas. You've seen it on the regular shows. You've seen it with her involvements and all the different stuff she's done, marketing different brands. Absolutely. She's always, that's why I said she's very business oriented. She's a great entrepreneur and she's got that mindset for these things.
Now,
so I think she'd do very well.
How will it translate to wrestling? It could be bad, it could be good, but I can see why it could work. I can see why it could work. I know a lot of people would be like, what the fuck? No way. But I can see why it would work. But so we'll see what happens. It could work. She's got a good creative mind. Whether it translates to wrestling, we don't know.
We'll see, but I can imagine that it would certainly help to have a female perspective of an active wrestler. That would be very beneficial to the women's roster.
Show me those tatas.
They talked about Big Show being punished. Jim Ross also talking about the 2001 Rumble, mentioned how that's when Big Show returned at that Rumble, and everyone was very disappointed because he came back from OVW still fat as hell. And it wasn't so much that he couldn't take a Hurricane Rana or a Tope Suicida. It was the fact that he's 2 steps away from being unlicensable.
Yeah.
They were worried that he was going to be, unable to perform just like Yokozuna due to his weight. So
yeah,
that was the problem. So he got in trouble, and he got a lot of punishments backstage, and that's why he had a lot of negative creative things that happened. And then tomorrow night, to finish off on SmackDown, we're getting Rey Mysterio taking on Baron Corbin. They're going to collide. The Master of the 619 is seeking retribution after King Corbin ambushed him and his family last week. And then we also have the contract signing between Roman Reigns and Scrap Daddy, Adam Pearce, for their Royal Rumble match.
Scrap Daddy.
So I'm looking forward to it. I'm curious to see where they go with this.
Well, guys, I got nothing else wrestling-wise. Jesse, how you feeling? We cut a 20-minute non-wrestling show before this that was all about the presidents of the past, and we're going to hang out for a little bit, me and Jesse and Jake, and we're going to do a little recording that's going to go up on Patreon. So make sure you guys become patrons, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And we'll have some fun over there, man. We're also going to go hang out on D-Live right now for a few. Not very long, but, just for a few.
It'll be like the purple thing where we have to talk in code. It'll be, we have to go to the lemonade stand now.
We have to go to the lemonade stand. That's hilarious. That's pretty funny. That's good stuff. But no, man, we're going to go over there and just hang out for a few. Not long, see what's up. And
it was fun invading. That was great.
Yeah, I had
people
fun.
coming in. What the fuck is this? It says this is poop, and they're like, "This is trending. I'm in here now. What's this?"
This is trending, and it says this is poop. Dude, we were on the front page trending on D-Live yesterday, and people were just like, "What the hell is this shit?" So yeah, we're gonna go over there right now just for a few minutes. Thank you to everybody who donated tonight, man. Thank you so much for making Out of Nowhere sexy tonight, especially the $20 drops from Pitbull Blown and Botch Club. Get the new Stone Cold COVID t-shirt on Botch Club right now. It's got a mask. It's fucking awesome. COVID 316. Dude, this has got to be the best COVID shirt I've seen so far. And imagine if you die of COVID and you're wearing the shirt. That's epic. I mean, it's you got to try it. How sick is that going to be?
Yeah. Your mask's off, but your face down. So from the back, just this big skull mask.
Oh my God, how beautiful would it be?
I got my other one on. Fuck off.
I got all my masks.
Dude, that's just a great. I'm surprised Stone Cold. God, dude. If he that shit should blow up just because that is the most brilliant shirt. I'm surprised it hasn't been done. Maybe it has. Who the fuck knows? But
yeah,
that's insanely brilliant. That was so good.
You think they've done it?
Just because that is. If they've not, Stone Cold should.
There's already
or he should. Man, that'd be cool if he fucking, I don't know, just got involved with it, but didn't take it over like an asshole. That'd be.
Oh God, if that happened, dude.
Insanely brilliant. That was so good.
You think they've done it?
Just because that is. If they've not, Stone Cold should.
There's already. We're already juiced up over there on D Live. So come on over, man.
Wait, I get no notifications.
I don't know, man.
I'm a follower.
We're juicing it up over there. I am the king of D Live. Do you understand that? The king of D Live is coming. I mean, I'm going back to D Live. Botch Club, thank you, man. Guys, please check out that amazing t-shirt on Botch Club and their stuff. It's so good.
I really have enjoyed this show and loved the unexpected appearance of Jesse. Good luck, Joe, to you tomorrow night for getting ready for Monetize This, because it will definitely be chaotic and stressful. Get your coffee and get lubed up for the show.
I do know.
Oh, it's gonna be.
To be stressful.
Well, a bunch of people are returning. I got to fix all the donations. I mean, this is a mess.
Well, yeah.
It's gonna be crazy. Where's the?
Should be epic though.
I'm trying to find the alert donations now. I can't find them on the lemons or whatever. Now I can't even find them. Jazzy Utah with the lemons already coming in. Hype, hype, hype. Thanks for the $3. We're live on D Live. What's going on, everybody? Come over to D Live and give us some love.
Because it's creepy. You didn't like it.
That guy's got 18 people. Wow, he's featured, though. We're rolling. That's weird. Weird numbers. What up, quack, 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 quack. Meister Nice Guy dropping lemons. The lemons ain't even open yet. I don't know why I can't get the... Where's the alerts? How did I even get to that?
I don't have a clue.
I'm
Weren't
asking
people just
you.
dropping them? Like,
Yeah, but now I forget how to get to the... Dude, I forget how to get to the thing that tells the alerts. I forget how to do it. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know.
Yeah. Whoops.
Are you doing it from the PC?
Oh, wait, I found it. It's Tidy Labs or whatever. I always say Titty Labs. All right, everybody, guys, we'll see you on YouTube side of things. See you over on D Live.
Sexy.
See you on D Live for a few minutes. And then we're going to be live on, we're going to have a upload up on Patreon, so look for that too. Boom. Good night. See you on D Live right now.
Has now deteriorated into a cliched, let's be honest, boring snooze fest that is in dire need of a knight in shining armor. Television ratings, downward spiral. Pay-per-view buy rates, plummeting. Mainstream acceptance, non-existent. And reactions of the live crowds, complete and utter silence. You're silent because you're embarrassed to be here. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for you. And the reason why you're embarrassed is because of the steady stream of uninteresting, untalented, mediocre sports entertainers who you're forced to cheer for.
Juan Espinoza, thanks for following me, man. We need followers right now, man. We got to get to 200 followers on D Live. Jake Huston, thanks for sending ice cream diamonds and everything else, man. It's going crazy.
Here's Joe Cronin.
What up, Jake?
Joe Cronin.
D Live.